Yo, 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 what it do, peeps? This is Jay Gott coming at you with another reaction. So, this one is on the controversial decision of choosing Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl halftime show coming up next year. I'm gonna watch the little, I guess, commercial video they have, and then talk about it a little bit because I know a lot of people are confused and they got their own opinions of why they believe it should be this person and that person and whatever the case may be. I'll get into that after this little short video. It's about a minute and something seconds. So I'm gonna get right into it. Anything else you guys want to react to, leave it in the comments. Also, please leave your comments regarding this. Again, this is just my opinion of it. I can kind of see all sides, but you know, my main opinion is just mine. Yeah, you don't have to hate me because of it. You can give me your opinion, any insights you guys may have. Again, just leave it in the comments. All right, let's get right into it.
There you go.
Whoa, is that Kendrick?
Let me warm up. Come on. 2 more. Just like that.
Who is he?
You ready? Exactly. What the deal, everybody? My name is Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59.
Why is it so far away?
Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know there's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom! I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th,
Oh, it's getting close.
2025. Wear your best dress, too, even if you're watching from home. Let's go.
Okay, K-Dot.
Yay! That's what I'm talking about, man.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Now we can get to it for real. Come on, you gotta make sure
small.
you catch it with the hands open like that. We running real routes. You're gonna be messing
I
up.
bet he out there by himself. That was short. I thought it was gonna be like some song or something like that, but I guess not. But was that a little shot? Talking about there's only one chance to get a championship. There's no second round. Was that a shot at? We're not even gonna make this about Drake. But all right, so my opinion, I don't have one related to why they chose Kendrick. That part, I don't know. It's kind of obvious and then it kind of isn't. It's kind of like, so there's two sides to this. Let's say for one, let's say it came down to Drake and just Kendrick. So out of what recently transpired, Kendrick, let's say, did the best in that situation. He has a song that's still going. So maybe they're just riding that wave of that battle. And maybe that's why they chose Kendrick over Drake. Because I think it could have been either one, to be honest. Now, for those who were saying they should have chose someone in New Orleans or maybe some other rappers, you have to look at it from the NFL perspective. And also Jay-Z. But let's just start with just the NFL alone. The NFL is a global sport. As you can tell by the games that was played in Brazil, I believe last week, or maybe it was this week, one of them. But they're trying to do more games. They're going to Mexico, all this other stuff. So they're trying to be, expanding more globally to maybe more games throughout the season. So if you're looking at it from a global perspective, you have to look at who's big enough to entertain the world. Not just us at home, not just us in the area. It has to be global entertainment. Another take on this is if you look at, let's just take hip hop. If you look at a hip hop artist between the age of, let's say, 25 and 40, 45 or so, who out there that has the older generation still listening to them, the younger generation knowing their stuff and still listening to them, It has to be someone that can cross over the two and entertain both sides. You know, you got the older crowd and the younger crowd, and then you got the people in the middle. Of course, the middle can go either way. They still listen to them, whatever the case may be. They're part of that era. The older people, that's part of their era. The younger generation, now when you look at the artists from New Orleans, let's say Lil Wayne is the biggest artist from the NOLA. Now, Lil Wayne right now is not relevant globally as an artist. And also the younger generation. The younger generation doesn't know the Lil Wayne that I know. They know the now Lil Wayne. They may go back and try to listen to some of his stuff, but it doesn't have the same hit because they didn't come up in that era. It's kind of like talking to the young generation about Air Jordan. Not Michael Jordan, but Air Jordan. Air Jordan, the late 80s, early 90s, like 90, 91, 92. The high flying over everybody MJ. That Air Jordan, the younger generation has only seen clips of that Jordan. The Jordan they know is the late 90s, the 96, 97, leading up to the Bulls, to where if you look at Kobe emulated the older MJ's game, the post game, the fadeaway, the footwork, that's older MJ. So the younger generation doesn't know Air Jordan, same as Lil Wayne. They don't know Hot Boys and, you know, the block is hot, the block. They don't know that Lil Wayne. They may know, you know, some of his, you know, Lollipop and vaguely, you know what I mean? But it's not something that's part of their memory bank. Unfortunately, they just didn't come up in that era. Kendrick and Drake right now, they cover all generations. They have generational music that covers the old, the medium, and the young. And again, there's not too many people, artists that are out right now that's still relevant that can cover all these generations. Jay-Z can't even do it. Jay-Z can tap into us, the older generation, you know, but this younger crowd is not listening to 444 and whatever else he came, you know, the H did it is over. They don't know that music. They may have gone back, but again, they're not part of that era. So the Jay-Z's, the Nas, all these older generation who are like, it should be them, it should be this, it should be that. No, it shouldn't, because you got to be able to entertain the world, and they have to be able to listen to your stuff and know your stuff and be relevant. And like I said, Lil Wayne, as far as the Wayne we know, that Lil Wayne is not relevant right now. The Lil Wayne now that's featured, you know, let's say if he starts doing some of his songs from the last album with him and 2 Chainz, I didn't listen to that. I may have heard it, but I don't know those songs. So it's like the newer Lil Wayne I haven't listened to, whereas the younger generation may have, and they'd be like, he decent, but they don't know the young Lil Wayne that I listen to. So again, there's not too many artists that you can put up there and entertain the world, and the world knows, because you have to understand this is a global sport. Now, when you look at it being in New Orleans, they're saying they should have picked the New Orleans. No, they should not have, because there's no one in that area that's big enough globally to entertain the globe, the world. You think of artists like Bootsy, or not Bootsy, but like Southern artists like Bootsy and T.I. and Jeezy and Gucci and all these, like, you got a lot of people in the States that don't even listen to them. So let alone global? What? They may have 1 or 2 songs that around the world they may know, but they're still not familiar with those artists. And again, it's that this is no knock to them whatsoever, but we're just speaking worldwide. If you look at the last few Super Bowl artists, you had Rihanna, you had The Weeknd doing it, you had Eminem, Snoop, Dre, 50, like all these came out together. But all those artists, like M is still relevant now. Eminem can actually do a Super Bowl show by himself because globally he's still relevant. He's still putting out albums. People are still listening to his old, comparing it to the new, because he's constantly dropping. So 50 Cent, the younger generation don't even know the young 50 Cent. They know of him like bullying the game and stuff like that, but they not part of that era with G Unit and Lloyd Banks and Buck and Tony Yayo, and they don't know about none of that stuff. And again, it's no knock to them. They just don't know. Unfortunately, Snoop has always remained to be relevant, but not even too much as an artist. He's just a figure. He's a legendary figure. Now, can he perform at the Super Bowl? Maybe as a feature, but enough people don't know his classic songs globally for a whole entire performance. You know, during this time, it was definitely hot fire, top of the charts, all this stuff. But you start playing like Day One Snoop, like the Dog Pound. I mean, come on now, the globe don't know that stuff. So that's what a lot of people have to get out of their feelings and understand that this is about the world. The Super Bowl being in New Orleans and ticket sales, people coming to that area, buying stuff in the area, the hotels, the restaurants, that's what's bringing money to that area. But what goes on in that Super Bowl itself, that's not doing anything for the area, because that's now the NFL representing themselves to the world. So if they only put up an artist there that's known locally, when let's say 90% of the fans that are inside the stadium aren't even from that area. They flew in from everywhere across the world. So the majority of fans are not even from New Orleans. So why would you put a local artist up there when all the fans in there are like, who is that? What is he? He does what? Then he plays the one song that they might know. Oh, okay, I thought that was a TikTok song. No, it's a real artist. So again, and it's just no knock to them whatsoever, but you have to look at what goes inside that stadium is the NFL promoting them. They're not promoting New Orleans. They're bringing business to New Orleans as far as the money that's being spent in the area. But the performance itself, there's nobody like buying a ticket to the Super Bowl and then buying another ticket to the performance. So that performance has nothing to do with New Orleans, the South, none of that stuff. That's the NFL broadcasting themselves and putting on a performance for the world. And that's what people have to understand. They have to get out of your feelings and understand this is not a Drake versus Kendrick. Right now, Kendrick is the now. He's talked about right now. If he drops an album between now and the Super Bowl, that even makes him even more relevant, because he's going to sell more because he has this big Super Bowl performance coming up. Maybe he might drop it the week of, who knows? But again, that's how you have to look at it. It's the relevancy globally. Who else performed Super Bowl? We ain't even go back to like the Mike Jacksons and all that stuff. But if you look at, again, they're global stars. J-Lo and Shakira. Globally? Shakira? What? We talk about the world, Craig. Top flight security. Shakira is the world. Who don't know Shakira? Old, young, who don't know J-Lo? Everybody know J-Lo. So that's how you have to look at it. It's globe. So Birdman, all y'all get out your feelings. What happens on that stage has nothing to do with the area. It's not knocking the area. It's not disrespecting the area. None of that stuff. What they're bringing to that area outside of the stadium, that's what goes to that area. All these people that stand down there for 2-3 days or whatever it is, going to all these venues and sites in the area, that's bringing money to the city. But again, nobody is like, man, I'm going to go to the Super Bowl now that Kendrick's going to be there. No, I'm either going or not. But if I'm there and Kendrick is performing, cool. It doesn't make or break my stay there in the stadium. I'm not going to leave New Orleans now that Kendrick is performing. What? No. But I know the NFL now has to entertain the world, Craig. So understand, a lot of people are looking at it the wrong way. What happens in that state? Again, when The Weeknd performed, when Rihanna performed, when Shakira and J-Lo performed, I don't even remember where those performances was, because it don't matter. You think about when Mike Jackson performed. Where was that? I don't know, and I don't care. Because they're not doing that for the area. So separate the two, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Separate the two. It's all you got to do. Get out of your feelings. Understand that performance has nothing to do with New Orleans at all. It has nothing to do with wherever they're at. Period. It's all about broadcasting to the world what you can do as a franchise or as a business, as an NFL big time name, that we can get big names out like this performing at the halftime of our Super Bowl. Hey, y'all over there in Asia, Europe, whatever it is, y'all know Kendrick? We know Kendrick. Okay, what are you talking about? They gonna be like, Lil Wayne? You talking about the guy from this or that and whatever? Yeah, but have y'all heard Sorry for the Wait before? They gonna be like, what's that? It's a mixtape. What's a mixtape? I don't know. Exactly. Like, you have to think about the world. Now, there's people, like I said, that's in their feelings. I'm a diehard Lil Wayne fan. Stop playing with Lil Weezy. Like I said, already bit the block is hot. Bling, bling, come on now. But they don't know that Wayne. We do. That Wayne ain't up there. It's the now Wayne where they're going to be like, what? He don't even sound the same as he did when he was little. So it's I think probably the only one that can probably from an older generation get up there and may still be relevant is Ye. Kanye can, but Kanye won't do it. And they won't have him either. Because we don't know what the hell he gonna say or do. They ain't trying to get the Super Bowl canceled. They just trying to get a good performance for the world. But people of the world know Ye. They just scared to know. I mean, just they don't know what's gonna happen with Ye. So again, it's global artists, Beyonce, Rihanna, Taylor Swift, all these artists out there that are like touring across the world right now. Do y'all know Taylor Swift is across the world every weekend? She's actually gonna be in New Orleans in October, but this whole year she been somewhere else, selling out stadiums, not arenas or theaters, stadiums. What other artists you know is selling out stadiums? Kendrick did. I went to it. Lil Baby had a concert in Charlotte. It wasn't sold out until he added Glorilla to it. He had Rilo. He had Honcho. There was a lot of artists that he added to it, and it still didn't sell out. A lot of his concerts got canceled because it didn't sell like they thought it would. Again, no knock to him. But you gotta understand, we talk about the world, Greg. So again, sorry about my long rant. Leave it in the comments your thoughts regarding this. Again, I know a lot of people are in their feelings regarding this, but put your feelings aside. This is a business. They're broadcasting to the world. That's like me doing reaction videos that are just in my area. What? Now I'm broadcasting to everyone. F is you talking about? I'm out, peeps. Hold it down.